Innovate or Die is the message on the BBC website as of the 5th of September 2014. It was written by journalist Matthew Wall, and he's the first to cover in mainstream media the whole idea of digital business disruption and business transformation. He makes the very valid point that innovation is the cornerstone of business survival. But we think he's missing the broader picture, that innovation is but one component, and business transformation is actually the requirement of businesses. Innovation is the delivery agent of that transformation. Inside the article, Wall talks about how Blockbuster, AltaVista, Kodak and many other businesses are put out of business because of their lack of innovation or their speed of adoption and transformation. He goes on to talk about how Barclays Bank have created an accelerator centre in Whitechapel to accelerate their cycles of innovation. They've taken it outside their mainstream business. The accelerator centre is coming up with products much faster than when it was kept inside the business. One of the things that they have created is called Pingit. Pingit is a very simple to use mobile app that allows people who are members and savers in Barclays to be able to transfer money and give money to others who may or may not be Barclays members. When we take a look at the sentiment of how this has been received by the public and we go on to Twitter, we see that Barclays customers actually love it. So the innovation in this case is helping them, but is the innovation in the right direction? In the US, we are seeing businesses like Bank of Internet USA starting to rise to prominence. This is a 100-man strong company now handling multi-million-dollar transactions. Is Bank of Internet actually where the real threat is going to come from? And would Pingit apps be enough to save it? We don't know. But what we do know is that Barclays have to transform beyond just the technology. They need to seek alignment in their business. Let's take a look at the rest of the article from Wall and try to understand if the examples are actually even innovations. Further down the article, Matthew Wall talks about British Gas and its Hive product. The Hive product again is a simple mobile application that allows you to turn on and off the gas within your house. When again we take a look at the customer and their sentiment towards British Gas, they seem to actually have a very different opinion as to how British Gas treat them than Barclays. It would not be unfair to say that the vast majority of all commentary is negative towards British Gas, and this poses a problem. The more negative sentiment they have, it can be judged that the relationship with the customer is colder. The colder the relationship that the business has, the less likely the customer is to perceive the innovation as something of benefit. In fact, quite often they can see through it as gimmickry. And we may be led to think that British Gas is actually involved in more smoke and mirrors than true innovation. If we take a look at this article on the CIO magazine, we can see that Claire Simmons is now holding British Gas on a pedestal, how they wrote a digital disruption playbook. When we go down and take a look at the content of this article, we can see that they're making claims that they're being brought up alongside brands like Apple and Beats. The reason they're being brought up against Apple and Beats is because their apps are in the iTunes Store and on Google Play. This is not an alignment with these brands. This is simply participation in the field. The article goes on to proclaim that British Gas are a venerable company, meaning that they are well respected due to their age. But again, customer alignment is not there. British Gas have a serious problem in servicing their clients' base needs. And what we find is that if you haven't serviced the base needs of the customer, they reject innovation. The business must transform. If we take a look at the requirements for digital business transformation, we can see that the base level is that we must have a strategy. The strategy can be created using 7 principles of digital strategy. And then we must look at the needs of the individuals within our organization. They have a hierarchy of needs much the same as the customer does. If our technology doesn't come after the hierarchy of needs of the customer and internal staff are met, it tends to get rejected. When we take a look at culture, engagement, and alignment with strategy, we find these are the base elements needed. Innovation is an output that happens when all of these things come to align, and transformation then happens and the businesses grow and prosper. Attempts to pin transformation purely on innovation are on false ground. The innovation will fall through, the customers won't grab it, and competitors can steal the march. So whilst we accept that Matthew Wall's article is excellently written, and while it's the first time that we've seen it on mass media, we still think that the industry has much further to develop in terms of understanding innovation as a component of transformation along with customer alignment and engagement with others. Thanks for watching.